Okay, here is an intro. It's been a little while, but they're up to work on the Pontiac. Okay, and look at that. They're even remembering what they were doing 100 years ago. And working on pulling the windows apart here. Tell us what you're doing.
So we are replacing all of the outer sweep right here with custom new sweep because they don't make it for this car. So in order to do that, this window's got to come out. This sweep's got to get taken out. New sweep get custom cut, fit in, and then the window, it's all got to go back together.
Plus you have to add one more screw hole.
Plus have to add one more screw hole, yes, to make sure that it stays in straight, which it didn't from the factory.
But yeah, so luckily you've already done this 3 other times.
We just have to remember how to do it this time.
Well, it's been a little while.
It's been a little while.
But yes, for those that have been asking for Pontiac videos, they're coming back up. It's going back into winter, and that's the time to not be outside. Poor Shop Dog. He's so maligned. So you're saying things are going easier this time now that you've done it a few times?
Yeah, window came out easier. We had to release both of the tracks at the bottom so that we could move the tracks around. Then we had to pop the window out of the front track, rotate it, and pull it up carefully without tearing up the glass on the inside here of the trim. The problem is you can't get to these screws with the glass in. And even though the manual says if you pull the rubber out here at the bottom that stops it from going all the way down to the bottom, you still can't get it out all the way. So you have to pull the window
That
out.
why risk chipping the top of the glass?
Yeah, well, that's the point.
Because this glass is old and probably not as easy to get as you would think.
No.
Why do I think it's not going to cross with the Chevrolet?
It won't. And it doesn't cross with the 4-door Pontiac cars either.
No, I know the station wagon and a 4-door are very different.
Very different.
Nope, station wagons were kind of a custom one-off all to themselves.
Yep.
A-bodies are the best one. It's an El Camino chassis, but it's modified.
So we were able to get reproduction sweep, but it's not the right size. The bead is actually correct. It's curved and not flat. So next step is going to be cutting it to size. We'll have a bunch of trimming right here in the corner to get it to fit correctly, and then drilling in all of the holes where the original factory holes were to put these screws back in. That will be next. And this should lift right out. And if you see here, it's curved a little bit. It goes right underneath this piece of chrome, and then has to be cut just like this. And these are old and brittle, and they're 50+ years old.
Although, honestly, that one isn't as bad as a lot of them.
Yeah, most of them are checked and broken. The one on the tailgate was just chipped all apart, and rain was getting down in between the glass and the tailgate, and that causes rust, especially for people who know these cars in Minnesota.
Yes. Yes, Minnesota and rust. It's a real thing.
Kind of thing. All right.
Okay. Now, they haven't popped the window back in yet, but this is what that looks like after they've spent a little bit of time. So they've got the holes all drilled in. They cut in the profile. Sat over here with these. I love these little cutoff wheels on the Dremel. They're great. The quick change really helps too. And he sat over here and he played and he drilled holes and, you know, did what he had to do. And now it's not under tension. It's staying because it's shaped that way. So that really helps. And now they get to fight the window. And you can see that's the original. And when you look at the bead that normally would show, the profile is really similar. So it's about the best you're going to do in the aftermarket right now. Okay, I was just told that the window is in, and it looks like they're not wrong. I see a window with fingerprints all over it. I know that they fought that track at the bottom down there. I know that because I had to climb in the car and reach in and pull it over, but they got it. Looks good. No interior fuzzy yet, but those just pop on with the door card. But yeah, look how nice. That follows the body line better than the original, honestly. Look at that. Nice, smooth. Perfect. Yeah, there's no point in building all this and then having a bunch of water leaks and air leaks. You want this to be as nice and tight and comfortable as possible. So, look at that. All right. Well, I'll update you guys in a little bit on what they're doing next. Okay. And they're starting to notice that this window sits ever so slightly higher than that one. So they're going to have to pull her out, readjust the tracks. It'll be good. But it sounds like, outside of some planning, that's probably the end of this comeback video on the Catalina. So now that it's winter, you know, even though it's not even Halloween, we'll get some work done. So this is going to be the closeout of the Catalina video.